Okay. I'm back. All right. I know I was gonna say I was gonna do this later, but I was just like, no, I don't have time to do this later because I got a bunch of homework and I have clients, so I have to do this now. All right. We got the weekly Zodiac for you guys who were on the live earlier regarding my energy healing course. If you are already in my Toltec Shaman Initiation course, this is something that is similar, but it's less complex than the Toltec Shaman stuff, okay? So you do not have to be there for that. You don't have to take this course since you're going to learn more detailed stuff based on Toltec Shamanism and energy healing in that course, okay? So I just wanted to clarify that, you guys, because I did have a question. I didn't answer it on last video. Thanks, Tara, for typing out that question. So anyway, let's see. So I'm going to do Zodiac readings for this week. We'll do 3 cards for each Zodiac sign group. Maybe we'll do individual. Okay, we'll do individual. That's what my guides are saying. Doing individual Zodiac readings so that it won't be everybody's grouped in one lump. All right. Max, I was just watching you. Yeah, I know. I got here quick. I was surprised how fast I got here. It usually takes about 20 minutes, but I guess creator was like, no, you gotta get over there and do these readings for the people so that you could go and get busy with your psychology stuff, with my school stuff. I have a bunch of research stuff that I have to do this week, so I'm like, I mean, it's good. It's just they're really having repetition of like certain theories, which is pretty cool because these theories are very much in alignment with what I already do and assist with client wise. But yeah, so I'm just gotta do some research, type some stuff up, and call it a day. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll do whoever says their sign, the first sign that I see on the chat, that's who we'll do first, okay? I'll pull a card for that sign, energy for this week, right? So whoever goes first, that's who we do. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius is first, and then we'll do Scorpio. See. So this is going to be pretty much information on the full moon as well. Full moon in Aries, what to expect. That's what I'm seeing as well. So let's see Aquarius. Oh! Wow. Got a lot of stuff. What they want to tell you, huh, Aquarius? 1, 2, 3. 3 cards for you. All right, make sure that's only 3 of them. Okay, there's only 3 of them. So I'm out here because this is like the first day that it's really nice outside. Usually it was below 65 degrees this past week. So glad that I'm out here for this beautiful, beautiful energy and weather. All right. Root Girl, Discovered Self. So this is for the first one for Monday and Tuesday. Discovered Self is about exploration of the self. It's about getting to your roots. When you think about roots, it's about cultural belief systems, your heritage, your family lineage, your wherever you come from, right? Getting back to that, back to basics, right? Your basic genealogy, pretty much. Understanding that whole thing, especially if you have identity crisis. That's what I keep hearing. If you're having a problem with identity crisis, and particularly because you might be mixed, right? You might be mixed with different cultures. You might have a parent that's a different belief system than another parent. You might have no recollection or no understanding of your own lineage as well, right? It might be that you might be adopted. It might be that you have no idea where you come from, like your family heritage, things like that, cultural beliefs, things like that. So I'm going to tell you this right now. The tests that you take for this stuff, right, the DNA tests, those are not 100%, okay? FYI. If you go to actual genealogists, like you actually go to one, a professional, then they can really, really indicate, like based on your genetics, you know, like what's close to that. It doesn't mean that you're from there, okay? It means that you're close to that, right? You have a match, you're close to that, okay? So that's why I wouldn't take too much from those tests unless a high percentage of your own family has taken those tests and their information is on there. Then you'll find a better match there, right? That's how a lot of people do it. Like, for example, my fiance's grandma, she is her grandmother was a Cherokee Native American, okay? And her grandfather was Irish. So when she took her genealogy test, or whatever, her DNA test, it didn't show up at all, her being Native American. And so to me, I told her it's because it doesn't account for certain strains, you know, such as the female line doesn't show up. So it's not 100%. Okay, there's like a lot of missing things from your maternal side of things, right? Instead of, you have more of the paternal side that shows up. That's how they read the DNA, okay? And that's just because of the proteins that they pick up. It's just their technology isn't fully capable at this. She was adamant, because she even showed me pictures, like, my grandmother was Cherokee Indian, and here's my proof. And why does this test say that I'm nothing, no native at all? And I'm like, and I explained it to her, you know, that's because science hasn't really discovered how to read that, you know, unfortunately. So you get more of the paternal DNA that's read. All right. So anyway, so for you, Aquarius, it's about this self-discovery, okay? It's about researching. It's about understanding, even if you don't know in particular your last name, or what does it mean, or where your family came from, or there's missing information, right? And down the lineage, down the road, things like that. It is about making your own. Okay, creating your own roots, all right? Establishing your own foundation, establishing your own lineage, okay? So what you do here in the present moment is going to have a ripple effect for everyone else who is a part of your lineage after or hereafter, okay? So that's what's more important. It's about what you feel, what you are going to portray, and what you are going to elevate. Okay, so for Wednesday and Thursday, we got the Garden of Venus, and this is about renewal. Okay, so this is about taking a rest, taking, you know, time to smell the flowers, maybe taking a little bit of a break and having some fun. It seems like a lot of Aquariuses are preparing for the winter, right? Just like, you know, with the changes of the weather, they're like, oh, we gotta prepare, we gotta have all this extra food, we got, you know, just preparing for the winter properly. Like here in the northern states or in the Midwestern states where winter is actually winter, there is a lot of preparation to be done. Like you have to clear out your gutters, you have to make sure that your pipes are winterproof, meaning like you shut down the water in your, you know, garden, things like that. Especially if you have sprinkler system, you have someone come in and shut it down and drain it so that they won't freeze and explode later, right? And then you winterize your garden equipment and things like that, and just you're preparing for all that. And so Aquarius seems like that's what they're doing with everything in their life. It's not just for their home, but for like their relationships. It's kind of like establishing the foundation, like I said earlier. But this time it's more about enjoying your time together, enjoying your time with your family, with your loved ones, taking a break from work. Okay, Aquarius? So Wednesday and Thursday is going to bring you. So for the weekend, you got Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. So this is a whole reason why you're doing it, right? You are doing all of this work. You are figuring out all of this background information so that you can protect your future. You can create something for your future kids, your grandkids, generations down the road, your own empire that you're building from the ground up. You're pretty much how you want the people to see you when you pass, right? Something that is gonna pretty much be around for a very long time. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on, is that you're preparing in that manner for this. But again, take a break. Okay, you have people, as soon as you are born, as soon as you're able to start to work, right, to create something, to be successful and things like that, and then you don't stop working until you're retired. And some people don't even stop working when they're retired, like they have a second job or something like that. Anyway, it's time for you to stop, though. Like, you don't worry so much about the future, don't worry so much about the past. Be in the present moment. Okay, Aquarius? So that's what we're being taught for this full moon in Aries as well. Aries energy is about the present moment. Okay, present gratification, satisfaction, having fun, enjoying their life, right? And so this is something that you might want to pick up on, Aquarius, wherever you have Aries placements in your chart. Maybe highlight that. Maybe be like, okay, what can I do now to enjoy my life at this present moment and just be here and have fun and really just not worry so much like I am so used to worrying. All right, so that's what I have for you guys for this week. So next one is Scorpio. Let's go ahead and shuffle these cards. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Scorpio. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what we get for you for this week to include the full moon energy in Aries. You know, a lot of, and this is, a lot of, I would say Aries and Scorpio used to be ruled by the same planet for a very long time until the discovery of Pluto. So they used to be ruled by Mars for a very long time. So I would say Aries would be very similar to Scorpio, but in so many ways a bit more mild. Like, not as intense, I would say. So yeah, so just know that, okay? So if you guys think, oh my god, it's so weird that Scorpio is like a water sign, but it's not really a water sign, there's something else in that element of Scorpio, then you are correct. There is fire and element in that Scorpio energy, okay? Which is good, because they have integrated both the masculine and the feminine. Perfect alignment there, where you got water energy that represents the feminine, and you got fire energy that represents the masculine, okay? And I think Scorpio emphasizes this perfectly, just like Taurus, with Taurus being a an earth sign and sharing you know, Venus with Libra. So we have both the air and earth elements in Taurus, where Taurus has both the feminine and masculine energies. So they're more aligned in that way, and that's why you see more success in Taurus, where they have both. All right, they have both, and you would say the same thing about Libra, because Libra is the balancer and has both, right? Masculine and feminine qualities. They're able to balance both like perfectly. All right, that's how I see it. Just like with Gemini and Virgo, that's how I see them, having both traits, because they share the same planet. All right, so we have a tidy house for Scorpio for Monday and Tuesday, a tidy house. So this is about, to me, it seems about like clearing things out, clearing the clutter, removing things that are no longer relative to where you're at in your life, or where the future, where you're headed, right? So I would say it's definitely like a spring cleaning, but for the soul, as well as for any items that remind you of the past, you guys. So if you're hanging on to things that are maybe from an old relationship that you haven't let go of yet. I'm not talking about your kids. Don't fucking throw away your kids. I'll go over there and kill you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about items, okay? You don't get rid of your kids, all right? I'm talking about items from the past. Like maybe you got jewelry from someone. Maybe you got clothing that belongs to them. Or maybe you have even the same furniture or bed that they purchased or something, right? So you don't have to get rid of that, but I would say clothing, yeah, get rid of it. Why the fuck you want it, you know? Basura, like your ex, basura, trash. So get rid of it, donate it, you know, things like that. Clear the clutter out. For furniture, I would say do a clearing of it, you know, clear the space, clear it, and things like that, right? Because remember, furniture is made with material that actually had a spirit in it, such as a tree, you know, things like that. Cotton, which is a plant, you know, whatever it's stuffed with, you know. So I would clear it. I would have a limpia, do a quick clearing of it for this full moon. Because we're supposed to banish things, we're supposed to remove things, okay? So that's what it is, removing, banishing things, removing energy that's not yours, doesn't belong to you, belongs to an ex, or belongs to someone that you're no longer friends with, things like that, okay? Remove in order for you to receive the new, okay? So first breathe we got for Wednesday, and so new beginnings, haha. So beginner's mind, having new beginnings, okay? So it's definitely all about that for you guys for this full moon in Aries. This is a new opportunity to do something different. Maybe you have a cycle that came back in, and now you have an opportunity to choose a different path or choose a different way you're going to react to it. Things like that. I feel like there's new opportunities for everybody, I would say. But also being understanding that you don't have to bring your past with you, you know. Like Scorpio has a very, I would say they're very, depending on how scorpionic they are, it's very difficult for them to let go of the past, right? Let go of a slight, let go of like a situation that might have happened 5 years ago, you know, things like that. And they're the only ones worrying about it, like while other people have moved on. So it's definitely an opportunity for this full moon in Aries to get that fire energy for transmutation purposes, to release that finally, and so you don't have to continue to torture yourself with those memories over and over again, okay? So it's important, okay? And look at, we have a sword, Magician Swords for the weekend. Look at that, Scorpio. Bam, perfect. Okay, so we have, you know, being confident in yourself, being aware that you are able to transmute and move forward with your life without having to continue to perpetuate cycles that no longer serve you, that are hurting you, that are keeping you in low vibe, you know, things like that, like again from the past. I feel like this is definitely a perfect opportunity for you, Scorpio, to really release things, really banish things, really cut cords, right? By the way, there's no such thing. When you cut a cord, are you really releasing that? It's more of like, I would say you're not, unless you have boundaries. Unless you have boundaries set up, that's the only way that that's ever gonna be released, or that's ever gonna not exist in your energy field, okay? Like, if you are still talking to an ex and you're saying, oh my god, I gotta cut my cord with my ex because so and so is draining my energy or whatever, then obviously you need to do more than that, okay? It's not just energy that you need to do, it's actually taking the proper steps, taking action. And that would be what this full moon's all about, is taking action. Like if you're telling someone about, if you're complaining about someone to someone, what are you doing about it after, right? Are you blocking them? Are you telling them go F themselves, don't talk to you anymore, lose your number, you know, things like that? What are you doing? Are you even setting up boundaries, right? So are you still spying on them? You need to cut the cord, okay? And that's why this Magician Sword's here to tell you, cut it out. Cut that energy out of your life. You don't need it. Move on, okay? Move the hell on, all right? Don't spy on people. Who cares what they're doing, all right? Like, you're better off without them. Magician, okay? You create. You are confident in your power to move forward and create the life that you desire without these people, okay? They're not worth it, all right, Scorpio? So that's what I have for Scorpio. All right. Let's see. All right. Who's next? Who's next, you guys? We already got Aquarius and Scorpio down. We got 2 fixed signs down. Who's next? Let's see. Capricorn. Oh, Leo. Okay, Leo it is. Leo. We'll do Leo, then Capricorn, then Aries, then Libra. Leo, Cap, Aries, Libra. Okay. All right, Leo. Got another fixed energy. I feel that the fixed signs are definitely getting hit harder for this Aries full moon. And honestly, I'm going to blame Aries, because Aries, you know, it's hard for them to get along with some fixed signs sometimes. Because Aries is the boss, right? The Aries is the emperor energy, and fixed signs try to be the emperor energy sometimes. You know, they try to be like, Aries, you don't know shit. All you want to do is party and get drunk, right? But they don't know they're sleeping on Aries. They don't know that. They be sleeping on Aries. All right, so here we go. For Leo, Galactic Mushroom Divine Matrix. Okay. So here we go. So this is about really discovering more about outside of yourself, Leo. Okay. It's like, yes, it's about you, but at the same time, it's not. You know, it's kind of like really expanding your perception of things around you, of the world around you, and looking at things through a different lens. Okay, so that's why mushrooms, you know, with the psychedelic mushrooms, they'll make you actually look at your shit, right? Make you really see what you are and how you play a role in this continuous cycle of duality that we're experiencing here, and how, you know, what your role is in the universe as well. And so that being said, Leo, I would recommend time, you know, it's time for you to do that, and time for you to connect to your divine self, to the creator, to the universal energies, so you can see the bigger picture, so you can see where you're headed. You can see what patterns need to be released, as well as what you need to do for whatever it is that your goals are for this full moon, right? What is your next step here, Leo? So the full moon will help you with this too. Next one is Horseman. Change. Okay, changes are coming, Leo. So this is definitely a very intense full moon for you, Leo, in particular, because the Horseman, you know, see how they're galloping ready to go. To me, this looks like this looks like fucking Aries energy. I'm just saying, it's all red and bright and just like, yeah, let's go, you know. So yeah, it's ready for change, you know. And Leo, sometimes you might be like, yeah, I'm ready for change, but sometimes you're thinking about like, but wait a minute, not in that way. It's like your way, right? Your way of changing, right? But the universe is telling you it's not necessarily your way, but it is at the same time. It's a paradox. It's like your will, but also divine will, all right, coming into play. And so let it happen, Leo, okay? Don't hold on to something that's just not working. Let it happen. Let yourself move on, okay? Move forward. And don't overthink or doubt yourself anymore, okay? So crown games. Of course Leo gets this one. Uh, right use of your power, okay? So that's important as well. So this is where you want to go, right? You want to be the ruler. You want to be the king. You want to be in charge. You want to look up over your kingdom and be like, yeah, I did a good thing, right? I did a good deed. I did well for my subordinates. I did well for my family. I did well for myself. That's good. That's good and all. But remember, good intentions, okay, usually lead you down a different path, okay, even though you still have that good intention in mind, Leo. But remember, be humble about all the things that you're receiving, about the power that you're receiving in the future. Be humble about it. Don't brag. You know, share the wealth if you can, okay? Help people, uplift them, okay, because you've been uplifted before too, you know. Help people climb and, you know, actualize their dreams as well, okay? And so this is what it's all about. It's just making sure that you know the bigger picture, all right, and making sure that you're ready for the changes, fearlessly ready for this, okay? Again, humility is important in rulership, okay, in leadership, all right? Be willing to learn from others as well, okay? So that's what I have for Leo. So let's see. We got Capricorn next. Hi, Blue Flame. Good to see you too. So Capricorn's next. I'm telling you, this full moon in Aries, it's got some sting to it. It's got some good lessons for all of us. But I feel like the fixed signs are definitely getting it more. Okay, Capricorn. Let's see. You hear all the crows? Let's see. Capricorn, those are your crows. We're like, yeah, Capricorn. All right, let's see. Capricorn. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Okay, so we are looking at, well, I guess Capricorn is gonna get something too, like something intense happening in their life too. The first one is Fool's Embrace, okay, for Capricorn for Monday and Tuesday. So this one's all about really releasing anything, again, like healing purposes, okay, healing purposes. That's what you're focusing on for this full moon. Of the banishing that you need to do is regarding healing or surrounding healing. I feel like this is surrounding healing around either your parents or a authority figure that you admired or you wish you had someone to admire when you were younger. This is definitely surrounding that authority figure, because you became your own father, your own mother, Capricorn, which is a very common thing for Capricorns at a very young age, where they become their own parents because of the maturity levels. So to me, I feel like this is definitely something that needs to be done. It's embracing what you are now and what you used to be, and as well as like who your family is now and who they used to be. Doesn't mean that you have to embrace them physically. You can do things with their higher self, where you can bring in their higher self through meditation and ask them, you know, or actually talk to them straight out, be like, hey, you know, I wish you were this way for me, because I needed that at that time, and I still feel like I need that at this time. But I do forgive you for not being able to do this for me because of what was going on in your life, you know, back then. It doesn't mean that you still have the right to do that to me, but it just means that I forgive that past, okay? So that's what I recommend for you, Capricorn, for this Monday and Tuesday, for you to do that work in that manner, okay? Like I said, you don't have to talk to them physically. You could just talk to their spirit, okay? Next one is Dream Thief, refusal of the call. And this is a bird. And this is actually what looks like an owl monkey thing. Looks like an owl monkey. So for this one, it's about your dreams. It's about what you want for the future. There might be hesitation on your behalf because you don't know the big, like you don't see the full picture yet, right? You don't see where this is headed yet, and you don't feel comfortable enough to take that risk, and that's perfectly fine and understandable. I get it, right? But when you refuse the call, meaning if somebody brings this to your attention, meaning there's an opportunity coming your way, and they're saying, the universe is saying, creator's saying, hey, look at this, this is way better for what you had or what you have right now. So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to take the risk? Are you going to try it out? Or are you going to remain somewhere that you're not welcomed or appreciated in? Okay, it's important. It's not just jobs. I feel like it's relationship as well. Like, look at the relationships that you have around you too, because again, father and mother figures are coming up again. Are there friendships that are one way for you, Capricorn, where you're always there for them, but they're never there for you? Are you always giving advice and it's never, you know, listened to or adhered to? Or are you just wasting your time with a romantic partner and they continue to do whatever the fuck they want? Not platonic. I'm talking about like someone that you're messing with, or and they're not reciprocating, okay? Or they're not really for you, okay? So this is the kind of like the trouble that you might be facing, and might be because it's linked to a relationship again with people of authority in the past, and you see this person as that, or wanting to be embraced by them too. But again, it's not happening, okay, Capricorn? And it is difficult because if it is somebody that you're related to, or if it is a friendship and you've had this friendship for a very long time, it is difficult to let that thing go, right? Because you're so used to them being in your life. You're so used to being needed, right? You're so used to fixing things. You're a fixer. But they're saying let it go, because this full moon is going to kind of force it, where you're going to be faced with a choice, whether you're going to continue to allow these people to take advantage, or for you to fix everybody's problems, or you're going to be faced with, okay, this is shitty, I'm not doing this anymore, you do this shit on your own, you know, and I'm moving on. Because I feel like, Capricorn, you're wasting your time, whether it is a career or a relationship, whatever. I think you're wasting your time. Okay, next is your hollow bone, teachability. All right, so embracing transition, as well as embracing a new way of being, or a new way of thinking, right? A new way of processing life, or exploration of a new way of living, period, right? I feel like this is something that is coming up. This is a reason why these things are getting out of your way for this full moon in Aries, because you're allowing them to. You know, you've been complaining this whole time, right? Like, God, I wish so and so would just settle down, or I wish so and so would stop cheating on me, or I wish so and so would do their fucking job and not have me do all the fucking work at work, right? And then, so all of these things are being removed for you, Capricorn, because you've wanted this. You've wanted this to be removed off your plate, you know, giving your burden away, finally, right? Removing this energy from your space. So that's why, because you're learning something. You're learning how you can move forward without these type of people, how you can live a life without toxicity, without having to drop everything for someone and take care of you, okay? Because you're so busy with work, you're so busy with taking care of other people, Capricorn. You're like the worst one when it comes to these things. You really are. You're a very loving person, and you really are a fixer, but if it often feels like you just don't even take a break for yourself. Like if somebody's like, hey, it's time for you to take a vacation. Say you work at a regular job and they say you need to put in for a vacation. You're just like, nah, I'm good. Take a fucking vacation, Capricorn. Okay, take a vacation. All right, it's time for you to do things for you. Enjoy life for yourself. Okay, stop planning things. Just fucking do it for yourself, okay? Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Take a vacation, Capricorn. All right, next one is, I think we had, let me read. Aries is next. So Aries is next. Ah, thank you, Mara. Aries, Aries, Aries. Let's see what we got for this weekend for that full moon in your sign. I keep hearing thriving, of course, for Aries. Aries is thriving. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. Holy shit, he's huge. It's a gray squirrel. They're huge out here. He's the guy that I don't like, though. The squirrel. I don't like him because he makes a mess with all, like, he cracks his nuts on my patio and on my, like, right here on my table, too. And he leaves a whole fucking mess. He's not nice. He's not clean. Like, he does it on purpose. Every time I say it, the next morning I get up and I come outside and sure enough there's like nuts all over all over my table or on my patio, and I'm just like, you little turd. But he just stares at me like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm like, nothing, I'm just gonna clean it. Just gonna clean it and continue to complain about it. All right. Ooh. Whale song we have for Monday and Tuesday for Aries. So connecting to emotional needs. I'm also seeing diving deep into that. Okay. What's resonating with you emotionally speaking? Like, who resonates with you in your life right now, Aries? Like, who can you trust? Who can you get along with? Who's wasting your time? It's a big one right there. Who are you trying to get to know as well? I feel like there is a kind of like to me, there is a weighing of options here for you, Aries, too. But emotionally speaking, that's how you have to weigh the options. Okay, like, how does your heart feel about a certain relationship? Maybe you're with someone who you've been with for a while, and possibly there is a need for you to explore another type of relationship. Maybe the one person that you're with doesn't give you what you need in certain aspects of your being. Maybe it's not, I don't think it's a sexual thing, it's more of an emotional need. Maybe they're not feeling that emotional need because they themselves can't feel it for themselves. And so there might be a situation that rises this week where this conversation has to be had, because I feel like you're moving on. I feel like you're moving forward in your life with relationships, in that manner, romantic relationships. Someone that's coming in that's going to fulfill that need for you. It's going to be body, mind, and soul fulfillment. It's not going to be just the body, right? Or the mental stimulation. That's it, right? And the emotional thing is not completely there. And that's exactly what I'm picking up. It feels like there's something that is calling you. Whale song, okay? To explore that. Something that is definitely in need of exploration in that avenue of things, okay? So here we go. So we are finally closing the door. Closing the door to that cycle, okay? Finally telling them, close the door. Don't let it hit you on your ass when you leave. Leave the fucking key. Don't ever come back. I feel like that's happening for you, Aries, that you're finally ending a cycle because you're finally exploring your own needs, and you're finally doing it in an emotional way where you're fulfilling that emotional need instead of just physical or intellectual need. You're finally saying, you know what, I want the whole package. I don't just want somebody that is there. I want someone who's actually active with me, who's actually going to listen to me in my, when I'm in pain, when I'm suffering, who's not going to be like, whoa, okay. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're crying? Oops. I'll let you cry it out. Right? Who's like dumb when it comes to, I'm sorry, like it's funny to me because I've seen Aries relationships, and I've seen that type of relationship before where like an Aries woman will be like super like emotional and just be like, okay, leave me alone, and the guy's like, okay, I'll leave you alone. Fucking take off. And it's just like, no, dude, she don't really want you to leave her alone. She just wants you to just like stay there while she deals with this, and then when she's ready to talk to you, she'll talk to you. But don't just be like, okay, deuces, I'll see you next week. But anyway, so yeah, that's finally ending, closing the cycle. You're closing that door. And then you're stepping into Fortune's wheel for the weekend. Luck and right timing. Okay, so this is perfect for you for this full moon in Aries from your sign to let go of things because it's the right time, okay? Because things are coming into fruition, things are coming in for you, All right, your luck has changed, your fortunes have changed. Everything is finally going your way when you let go of that. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's move on. After Aries, we had Libra. We had Libra next. You're welcome. All right. Blue flame, I'll take it. Of course. It is yours to take. Okay. So, and it has always been yours. Your will be done, just like his will be done, right? Just like creator's will be done is the same thing. Your will be done. Okay, Libra. Still in Libra season. But this full moon in Aries, remember, everybody's getting something out of it. Okay, everybody's getting something out of this full moon. Let's see, Libra. Okay, here we go. First card. Well, I mean, this is kind of Libra. Everything that is coming up it's definitely a Libra energy. Oh, okay. I would say not completely difficult, Libra. I mean, you've been doing this. All right, so you have drifter energy coming in for Monday and Tuesday, Libra. So this is about going with the flow. I always think of the song Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and I automatically think of a Libra. Right there, right? Wherever he went, he called it home, right? So to me, this is exactly what you're doing, but it's more of like a exploration. It's more of like drifting and allowing yourself to be in the moment more than anything, right? So this is a good thing about the full moon in Aries, is the moment, being in the present moment energy that it actually brings to all of us, right? Because Libra has an inclination to fantasize, to think of the future, to fantasize of a romantic partner, or to uplift someone who's not really that way, and we all see it, right? But I feel like this is more about yourself and being in the present moment and exploring your needs too, Libra. Because you are a mirror. You reflect what's outside of you. You adapt to that. And so that being said, instead of adapting for Monday and Tuesday, it's more about going with the flow. About just being in the moment and not having to force yourself to be someone that you're not, because you're around certain people that you want to impress, or because you're around a certain person that you want to impress, right? I feel like just talking, having a conversation, an honest conversation with them, and talking about yourself is important, because you tend not to do that. When you initially meet people, you ask a lot of questions about them, and then you're like, oh, okay, you know, and then nobody really knows about you. They just know, okay, you're like a therapist. I could tell you whatever the fuck I want. Right? And so this is kind of like a switch on that. It's like talking about yourself. It's like telling people like, hey, you know what I like about me? Yeah, it might feel like you're full of it, but it's not like that. So it's like, you know what I like about me? I like that I am open. I like that I am willing to interact with new people and learn, things like that. And stuff like that. It's just like what you do usually, like I said, you're like a counselor. That's what people see you as like a therapist. Where you're just like, you mirror them, right? Where you're just like, oh, if somebody leans forward, you lean forward. If somebody goes like this, you go like this. It's like you're fucking playing shadow, right? And so they're saying, don't do that, okay? Be you. You let them shadow you. right? For once, okay? So the next one is woodwives. So woodwives, again, kind of like it's to me, it's adapting to situations, but you don't really need to anymore, Libra, okay? You have to really break free from that need to make everyone happy, need to make everyone comfortable, your need to make everything balanced, right? This full moon in Aries is telling you to bring that fire out, you know, it's telling you to like let loose, let your hair down. You don't have to feel like you have to put on a face for people anymore, and that's important. The only people that know who you truly are those who have known you for a very long time. And so when you meet new people, just be you, you know, just be your goofy self. You know, you are goofy, you have a sense of humor, a big sense of humor, especially with the dad jokes or the dry sense of humor. That's hilarious, Libra. So use that, okay? Because I know a lot of Libras are just like really like, oh, hey, you know, I'm prim and proper and put together. I'm very intelligent, you know, but then they have that goofy side that they hide, and they don't show it to people unless they've known them for a very long time. So it's kind of like the woodwives are telling you, let's start to flow. Let's start to flow with that wind, with that air quality of yourself, and show people who you really are, okay? All right, so next one is crown game. So this is why, because you're trying to be a leader here, right? You're trying to lead people. You're trying to teach people. You're trying to get to know them so they can get to know you. And in order for that to happen is you got to be yourself, okay? No more mirroring, no more shadowing. You have to rise up to the occasion, and you have to allow people to see you, okay? To see everything about you, all the imperfections according to you that are hidden from view, okay? It's important for you to release that need to be someone that people just go to and your needs are not met, okay? So that's another thing that comes up, is the needs being met for you, Libra. You have to, okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, blue flame, kick those petals off. All right. So let's see. Okay, so Libra was the last one that people asked for. So we already went from, let's see, we had Aquarius, we had Scorpio, we had Leo, we had Capricorn, we had Libra. Who else did we have? I think that's it. So who else? I think we have the mutables are still available. So all the mutables still need to be done. And then I believe Taurus still needs to be done. That's the last fixed sign that needs to be done. And then we have for the cardinals, we have to do, well, we already did Aries, we already did Capricorn, we already did Libra. We have to do Cancer for that. Okay, so let's see who's next. Sagittarius. Oh, Gemini. Okay. Oh, wait. We got Pisces. We'll do Pisces. All right, Pisces is next. Let's see, Pisces. The little fish. Just keep swimming, fishy. Just keep swimming. Oh, shit, fishy. Oh, look at you. Okay. Okay, so fishy, you got the Netcaster. for Monday and Tuesday. So this is about things that you've already went fishing for. Finally, you know, you finally casted your net and you finally caught some riches, right? You finally caught some fish. Things are moving faster and forward in your life right now, Pisces. I feel like there is a lot of abundance coming in. There's a lot of work that you did. There's a lot of work that you did with your self-confidence in particular. Like, there's a lot of Pisces that have problems with self-image, even though they're like the most beautiful creatures around. It's that, I guess, limelight that they're afraid of. They don't want people to see them, right? And so they hide, right? Or they shrink their light. And so I feel like now that you've learned that about yourself and you've stopped shrinking your light, and you're finally breaking free from your shell, and telling people, hey, I don't care, you know, I'm here. I'm here, and this is me. That's when the riches are coming, you know. That's when the fruition has, you know, perpetuated. That's when your harvest has come. Okay, so that's pretty awesome for you, Pisces. And we have joyful muse inspiration. So that's definitely something that has helped you in particular, is staying inspired, staying creative, staying in joy and a, you know, and a higher frequency, especially because, you know, you see the painting, you see the music, things like that. So it feels like this is exactly what has transpired in order for you to tell the world, here I am. Your creativity, things that you have created with your hands, with your voice, with music, you know, things like that, are finally out there, are finally on the interwebs, right? So everybody can see. And so that is what has helped you rise. So that is what has highlighted you in the public eye. And that's a beautiful thing, because you're beautifying things, you know, you're expressing yourself, you are showing the world exactly how you believe things, what you perceive, and who you are. And that, you know, that might have been a scary step to take to begin with. Well, like, should I share this with people? I'm not sure how they're gonna take it. I don't know how they're going to perceive me, things like that. But you've broken free from that, because you've gotten a lot of good feedback about the work that you were creating already. And so you've gotten that boost of confidence, and now you're able to share that with the world. And that's pretty awesome. And so we got crown games for you too. So crown games, I feel like this is definitely a power booster thing that's happening to you, Pisces, where you're getting, all of a sudden, you're getting a lot of attention, and you are becoming a leader in your own right. But just remember, don't let it get to your head, okay? Don't let people manipulate you either, okay? Make sure that you're surrounded with good people. Make sure you're not letting people tell you or dictating how you should lead, okay? What you should do, especially if they're telling you to do something bad. Especially if they're encouraging you to be bad, or be mean, or be spiteful, things like that, okay? Be very, very careful, all right? So yeah. Next one we have is, we're gonna do, let's see, Taurus. We're gonna do Taurus. Whoop, Taurus, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Like, holy shit. Taurus, Monday, Tuesday, we have many masks, okay? The authentic self. So I think this is something to do with belief. There might be some belief systems that were ingrained in you from an early age that you're no longer in alignment with Taurus. And I know this is kind of like, you've kind of thought about it too. Like, you're just like, I don't know why I still have people telling me that that's how that is, when I initially know it's not. There has been information that you have gathered regarding certain people in your life as well, that you're just no longer in alignment with, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being out of alignment with people in your life. It's called growth, right? It's called changes. And so I think it's important for you to really express yourself regarding these things, especially if it's time. It's actually time now to do that. To tell people pretty much how you feel about them. And I know it's gonna sound like a little bit harsh, but you've held your tongue for kind of a pretty long time, especially because I feel like these are people who are related to you. I feel this is family. And so you're kind of like, you'll say things here and there, like very kind of like say things like, oh, okay, you know, but you've never really expressed exactly why you feel the way that you feel, or why you nitpick, or why you say things under your breath. So it's time for that to happen, Taurus. It's time for you to like mask off. It's time for these gloves to come on. It's time for you to tell them, like, you know what, I don't appreciate the way that you treat me. I don't appreciate the way that you come to me only when you have a problem, or you talk to me only when you need something like money, you know, things like that. It is, you got to be straightforward with them, you know. You got to tell the leeches to F off, pretty much. And so that's, I think that's exactly what it is. It's like you're very rich in abundant, and they know it. They know that you're always going to be there, right? You're going to be a constant for them, and you're going to be that foundation for them, and they can treat you however the fuck they want, and that's what they fucking think, okay? And so Taurus, it's time for you to be like, no, I'm not going to be there for you anymore. I don't care if you're family, okay? You have to do this shit on your own, you know? Like, you've done this shit on your own, Taurus. You've gone from the ground up on your own sacrifices, your own pain and suffering, your own hard work has paid off. And now you have all these leeches that are like, hey, give me some money. Hey, loan me some money, you know, things like that. And they only talk to you when they need that, right? When they need something, that's when they're at your door. But they never check on you if you need something, right? So anyway, it's time for that to happen, for this, especially for this Aries full moon. You have to be like, yeah, we're done with this shit. I'm not giving you any more, okay? Any more of my time, any more of my energy, any more of my money. All right, so we got overflow, overwhelmed, and plenty, okay? So overflow, so that's when your more flow of abundance comes in for you, Taurus, when you finally tell them to F off, pretty much. So you're able to really have more coming in, because you'll be able to save money, for one. And two, you'll be able to save your energy, you know. You won't have to worry anymore. You won't have to think about like, oh my god, did I give them enough money? No, fuck that. They could do it on their own, okay? They need to go get jobs, right? Or they need to go get something beyond you. You're not a bank anymore, okay? You're not their bank, all right? You're not their ATM. So that's what happens when you say no to people. That's what happens when you shut that door, when you cut them off, okay? You get an overflow of abundance once more. Then you get the lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. So it's kind of like repeated cycles. What's going on with your family? Is that how your family reacts, or that's how they interact? Is that how it's always been, Taurus? Where you just have to take care of them because they're family? Was that what you got programmed into believing, right? Like, I can't abandon them, they're family. I have to take care of them, even though they abuse my heart, even though they abuse my wallet. I have to take care of them. Well, guess what? Explore that even further and ask yourself, why Why does this have to be this way? Why can't I just break this cycle, right? Why can't I just help those who actually require the assistance and who are going to be grateful for that help, right? And it doesn't have to be family. You know, it could be friends. It could be, you know, whomever it is that you want to bless with your assistance, okay? So I think that's what's going to happen, is that you're going to break those cycles of just because they're blood doesn't mean that they're good for you, okay? Not everybody whose family is good for you, okay, Taurus? So that's what I have for you. Okay. Let's see. We got after Taurus. Oh my God, where am I at? Oh, I went too high up there. Virgo. We're going to do Virgo after, and then we're going to do Sagittarius. And then we're going to do Cancer and Gemini. Okay? Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer, then Gemini. All right? Okay. Blue flame blood sucking leeches. Family. AKA family. Virgo. Let's see. Gosh, you know what, Virgo? What's going on here, Virgo? What's going on? It looks like there's a lot of things happening for you. Oh my goodness, Virgo. Okay. So, you got crown games, Virgo, for Monday and Tuesday. So this is about stepping into your power, stepping into a leadership role, finally getting what you want, finally getting the, or being, you know, I would say admired for all that you have done, all that hard work. Even though you don't like taking credit for things, Virgo, because you're always very humble. It's time for you to stop being so damn humble to the point that you're hiding and just be like, okay, yeah, I did it. Thanks. You know, thanks for recognizing that. Okay. All right. I'm good now. So let's move on. At least recognize it. Okay. Even if you don't feel comfortable. Okay. At least recognize the hard work. All right. And people congratulating you or telling you good job, you know, whatever. You'd be like, all right, cool. Thanks for appreciating. All right, time to move on now. So, but that's the whole thing, is that you gotta appreciate the power that you're gaining from this. You gotta appreciate, you know, all that support and everything, the admiration that's coming in. Okay, Virgo. Moving on, we have benefactor. Okay. Someone's got their eye on you. Okay, I feel like it's a business negotiation here. I feel like it's a benefactor, meaning somebody's going to probably assist you with something, with a project, something that you have in mind, something that you wanted to launch for a very long time, and you just needed the resources for it. And this person's like, oh, I believe in your dream. I believe in what this is. So here's some money, or here's some support, or here, I'll share this information with people who can give you that money or who can give you that support, you know, things like that. I feel like this is somebody that definitely has connections and will assist you in that manner. Okay. It feels very earthy, but it also feels very airish, like air sign, or maybe there's air sign and earth combined here for this person. But ultimately, they believe in you. That's what's important, is that they believe in what you're doing. They believe in your vision for this project, for this whatever it is that you're creating, and they really want to be there for the entire ride. Okay. Next one is the Sky Bridge. And this one is pretty much like reunion, possibility of union. So I think this person is going to share with you, or possibly be that person, or is going to have someone who they know who will be linking you up with someone in a romantic way. If you're single, of course. But if you're not single, This is someone that is going to be like a boss, or maybe they're going to meet or have you meet someone who's going to be super supportive of your work, who will become a friend. Okay, so union is not necessarily romantic. It could be a reunion of like a soulmate, meaning someone that was a really good friend of yours in past lifetimes, things like that, who has come back into your life in this current lifetime. Okay, so what it is that new things are happening. I would say this position of that authority and power of being seen is bringing people who recognize that authority and power within you, and who are going to be here to support you throughout everything. Okay, so that's pretty cool, Virgo. All right. Okay, let's see. We got Sagittarius is next. Hi, Denise. Okay, let's see. Sagittarius. One more for Sag. Top. Okay. Okay, so Sagittarius has two cards that are coming from two different mutable signs. One coming from Pisces and the other one coming from Virgo. That's kind of interesting. All right, so the first one that I got for Sagittarius, and this is the one that came from actual Pisces, is joyful muse, inspiration. So creativity is the key, Sagittarius, for Monday and Tuesday, for you to express yourself, to share with the world these expressions, whether it is poetry, where it is drawing something, painting something, creating with your hands, which you're really good at as well, or even expressing, the information that you receive from creator. That'll be something creative too. Things like that. I feel like there is a lot to do with computation too, like computers, something in the realm of electronics and things like that. So whatever it is, share with the world. I feel like the more that you share, the more that you're going to attract people who have the same vision, or who have the same expression. Okay, so next one is the Watchers, and this is transpersonal. Okay, so this is understanding of the self through others. Okay, the relationships between you and other people, and how that helps you with your growth, and how you can help them with their growth, how you can grow together. I also see beyond this realm into the spirit realm, and how that plays out there, from what you've learned from each other in the spirit realm, and how it brings it back into this physical realm. There's a lot of things that are happening in the spirit realm, especially because we have been in this Piscean energy for the moon, moving into Aries and stuff like that. But a lot of people have seen in dream stages, like things that they're doing, revelations of their nightly excursions, and then bringing them back into this lifetime. Maybe you've seen, Sagittarius, people from this life in those dreams, and you're kind of like, oh, like, what are you doing here, right? And so that being said, it's kind of like observation of that and bringing that information in. If you are willing to share that information with those people that you've seen in dreams, then definitely do that. But I would say be mindful if they're ready for that, of course. You know what I mean? Like for me, for example, if I dream a friend, like someone that I'm close to, then I'll tell them that I dream about them. And this has happened like nonstop, with one of my two of my friends that I actually am really close to, and like I'm like, oh, I had a dream about you, dude, and this is what you were doing, this is what I saw, and they're just like, what? Oh my god, I saw the same thing, so it's pretty hilarious. Or like yesterday, I told one of my friends that I had a dream that I healed him in the astral. I was pulling some stuff out of his body, and then I kind of like hit him with a fig tree branch on the back, and I said grow or whatever, because it was like his wings to grow or whatever. And then I looked up the information about figs, or the fig tree, and what does that mean for like tree medicine. And I sent it to him, and he's like, holy shit, no wonder I felt really fantastic this morning when I woke up. And I'm like, yeah. So all these things, Sagittarius, you might be exploring these things with people in your life right now, in the spirit realm. And so it's just kind of like they saying, observing, as well as when you're ready, expressing. Okay, so that you could understand how you guys are linked, that it goes beyond the physical, of course. Okay, so we got benefactor coming in, Sagittarius, for you too. So this is the one that Virgo got. So benefactor for this expression of the self, understanding that when the more that you talk about things, the more that you express your own opinions, and as well as your own creativity and your own experiences, the more that you are going to have someone watching and observing you who is going to actually assist you with launching something, with creating something. They're going to believe in you wholeheartedly, and your expression of these things, that they want to really be there for you and assist you with your growth of whatever it is that this goal is. Okay, but I feel like there's more people involved. It's not just one person. I feel like there's like groups of people who are going to be involved with this tremendous project that you have coming up, Sagittarius. Okay, all right, let's see, we got Cancer, who is next. Okay, and then after Cancer we have Gemini, and that's my last one. Okay, all right, Cancer, let's see. Ooh. All right, here we go. We got lost in space, needing assistance, needing direction, Cancer. So for Monday and Tuesday, you might feel a little bit lost. Maybe you're lost in your head. Maybe there are situations in your life that you just don't understand or comprehend at this time. Maybe there's information that's being withheld, and that's why you don't understand, right? You might be feeling things like, oh, this is why this and this and that, because of your emotional, connections and things like that. But you have to weigh it out. Okay, people are not gonna be forced to express themselves or to tell you exactly what they're going through if you keep bothering them about it, right? They don't like to be forced. They will come to you when they want to. Okay, when they want to tell you exactly what's going on. Do not drive yourself crazy thinking about, oh, it might be this, oh, maybe I did something, or you didn't do anything. Okay, don't drive yourself crazy with that. Okay, just allow it to, I know it's hard, but allow it to happen. Okay, I know you like to be prepared, and you like to be of service and helpful. Okay, but just allow them to go through it. Okay, you don't need to give them direction. Okay, I feel like this is that confusion that comes up. It's like, why is it that they don't want me to help them? Why is it that they don't need me? Why is it, things like that? You keep badgering yourself. You keep bothering yourself. You keep telling yourself all this negative stuff regarding this situation, but it has nothing to do with you. Okay, it has a lot to do with them and what they're going through, and eventually when they're ready, they'll tell you about it. Okay, so moving on, we got adaptability, woodwives. And so this is about pretty much, again, just letting yourself be. Okay, letting yourself be who you are, without having to force others. Okay, like I feel like there's a need for you to connect to people, and that's a beautiful thing. But if somebody doesn't want to connect to you, that's okay. Let them not, let them be. All right. You don't have to adapt to them. or what, you know, like things like that. You don't have to go out of your way for them. That's so important, Cancer, because you tend to do that. You tend to want to nurture. You're the mama bear, right? Even if you're a masculine, you want to take care of people. You want to take care of what their problems are and things like that. But I'm telling you right now, for Wednesday and Thursday, again, just let them learn. Let them learn the way that they need to learn. Okay, if they fall on their ass, they fall on their ass. You don't need to heal them. Okay, you are open and ready to assist them, but they're not willing at this time, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, don't drive yourself nuts over it. Okay, so we got Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. So again, think about yourself now. I know it's hard, Cancer. I know it's hard to think about yourself and think about taking a break from people and think about going on a vacation, because you're just like Capricorn when it comes to that. Oh, vacation, what's that? Go fucking on vacation, okay? If you have a Capricorn in your life who is willing to go on vacation with you, go on vacation, you guys. Take a fucking break from people, okay? All right? They're going to be fine, okay? Hell is not going to break loose if you leave them to their vices, all right? Go on a break. Self-care. Nurture yourself. Go on vacation. Do what you need to do to maintain your radiance, to maintain your loving energy, okay? Don't let yourself get spoiled by others, all right? Take a break from them. Please do it, all right? Have an adventure. You'll replenish your energies when you do, okay, Cancer? Yes, yes, Blue Flame, exactly. Yeah, they just go away. And the way that they go away is by you telling them to go away. Go away! Like, you don't get it? I can't be any clearer than just telling you, go away. Alright, next one, this is my last one, is Gemini. Last one is Gemini. Hi, Tavia. Okay, let's see. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, let's see what's going on. All right, Gemini, so you got Cancerian vibes and Sagittarius vibes. So you got one card from Cancer and one card from Sagittarius. And you also got one card from Scorpio. So let's see, Gemini, what's going on? What is going on, Gemini? Are there people of these signs in your life? All right, so here we go. We got Lost in Space. So for this one, it's different than Cancer, though. Cancer is more of like, because you guys are so freaking wanting to fix things, right, and help people out. This one's actually you being lost in space, because you are lost in, you are like you're always exploring, you're always wanting to learn, you know, and things like that. But it gets to the point where you are not really listening to your own self, where there are things that you're learning either with people, through your own practice, your own knowledge that you're gaining from other people, okay, from other people, but not from your own wisdom, Gemini. And that's where you get lost in space, because it's kind of like, well, this person said this and that person said that. That's contradictory. So what do I believe in? I have no idea, you know? And so I'm telling you right now, Gemini, the best thing to do is to release it. To release the need to, I don't know, believe what others believe. Believe what you believe. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with believing your own beliefs. And there's nothing wrong with questioning, and you're very perfect at questioning things. Um, Even if it's gonna bother someone, question them, okay? Don't let yourself get easily influenced, okay? There are people who are very good at manipulation, and you seem to attract them, Gemini. Definitely do seem to attract people who try to control you. And I think this is what it is people try to control your mind, control your thoughts, make you their puppet, okay, Gemini? So it's for you to really see it. And it's usually people who are really close to you. It's people who you've actually known for a very long time. It's even possibly people in your own family. I feel like there is definitely someone in your family who is definitely telling you exactly how to believe in things, because you believe in them, because you love them, right? There's no way they're going to steer you wrong. Unfortunately, they have. And so it's time for you to do, like, you know what? I'm starting to question this thing. Because you do question things from strangers like this. Like, it's so easy for you to question strangers. It's a little bit harder for you to question people that you love. You don't really question them until you're just like, okay, I'm fed up. But now it's time for you to do that. Now it's time for you to be like, all right, you know what? I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. I love you, best friend. But I don't believe that. You know, it's okay not to believe that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't believe it anymore. You know, it's time for you to express that, okay? So that you won't be influenced by it anymore, and you will make your own way, okay? And so then from there we got the Watchers, and this is the Sagittarius card that I'm talking about. So this one, again, this is transpersonal. This is an observation of the self through others and through our relationships with others. And that's where we're coming to this, where we're being asked to observe how you react, Gemini, when you're with certain people, how you act when you're with certain people, what you believe in when you're with certain people. Are you being enmeshed? Is that what it is? Is there a triangulation going on? Is there some influence going on with certain people in your life? Is it good? Is it bad? What do you think? You know, like, is it hindering your growth? I think that's the most important thing that you need to ask yourself. These relationships with these people, are these people hindering my growth? Am I perpetuating a cycle over and over again because these people are not helping me uplift myself, or are they bringing me down to their level continuously by slighting me, by telling me they love me one day and the next day, giving me a backhanded compliment? What's going on? Are they using me? You know, things like that. That's exactly what you need to ask yourself, Gemini. I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like there's some people that are good for you, and then there's some people who are shitty. Like, they'll sprinkle their goodness here and there. It's like they're peppering their shit, right? Like, you won't see it. You won't see it because it's peppered, you know, in the goodness, right? And so that's why you'll see, like, okay, they're good, they're helping me with this, but then they go out and say this about me, or then I hear that about me, and I'm like, I can't believe it. This fool is telling people about me or whatever. So again, it's definitely something that you need to really, really connect to for this week and express. Okay, so next one is the Magician's Swords. And this is, again, being confident. Again, finding your confidence in your magic and your ability to be independent without influence, without having to have these people around you. You have succeeded thus far without them, so you don't really need them for the future. You think you do because you're still exploring how, you know, this relationship, you know, how this is going to turn out. Because Gemini, you're just curious, like a cat. You're curious about people, even if they're bad for you. You're still curious about them. So it's important for you to have boundaries. For this full moon in Aries, you're going to figure it out. You're going to start to put up boundaries, and you are going to have backlash. Remember that. When someone is so used to you not having any boundaries, letting you or telling you things and you just do it without questioning, especially with your family members, you're gonna hear and you're gonna see backlash from them when you start to put boundaries, when you start to put your foot down, when you start to express yourself. So just be mindful of that this is gonna create that, okay? And be ready, okay? Be ready. And it's okay, like I said before, yeah, they're family, but that doesn't mean you have to keep them in your life, especially if they're toxic, if they're weighing you down, okay? All right. So that's what I have for you guys for this zodiac reading for this week. Holy cow. An hour and 30 minutes. Let's just be grateful for this beautiful full moon in Aries that is going to come in and kick our ass in a good way, that is preparing us for exactly what we want, what we've been wanting to take action on, and we're finally getting the opportunity to take action, to do what we have said multiple times that we're going to do, to finally do it. That's what this energy is all about. It's like, finally go out and get yours, go out and get your happiness, you know, receive it, you know, take action, go tell people to go screw themselves if you need to, like, you know what I mean? Like, tell them, you know what, I appreciate this relationship, but it has come to an end. Okay? Whatever you need to do, all right? Whatever it takes, you guys, please let it happen, okay? Let yourself go with it. Let that Aries fire burn that passion within you once more, all right? Don't dim yourself for anyone anymore. This is your time to shine. All right. Love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. Like I said before, if you're interested in having pretty much me teaching you how to do energy healing, you can check it out on the website. I have to update that if you just want to do a plan thing, where you don't want to pay the full amount at the whole, like the entire at once. You could do, you know, as you go. You could do that. I just need to update that right now as soon as I finish here. Then I have to do my homework. But yeah, so that's what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much and love you guys, and have a happy full moon in Aries. Let that fire shine, okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.